Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. So we've got the XRP chart up right now, and we're not seeing too much movement. Of course, the market as a whole has been down. XRP trading right now at about 0.482 cents. And I don't really have much to say about the XRP price. We've just been vacillating in this area, this zone in here, for quite a while now, since that big drop back in mid-August when we did wick down, rebound back up. And, now we're just kind of basing in that same area that we were before the SEC lawsuit verdict when we went up to 95 cents per token. We lost all those gains, and in and around here, we were trading at around 46, 47 cents, now 48 cents. So not too much difference for XRP. Luckily, Bitcoin is moving a little bit. Based on the fake news from the other day, Bitcoin did wick down. However, it has been maintaining this price point here of about 28,400 per BTC. Let me zoom out, guys, put this on the weekly time frame. Bitcoin trend still looking very robust. Still a move to the upside, still higher highs, higher lows. But, it's very, very close here. I would argue that, this is pretty precarious. If we make a lower low than this, the trend is broken even at the top end. Up here, we are, only slightly higher than where we were back in April of this year. So Bitcoin really does have to prove that it's on its way up in order for us to, feel that confidence, that sentiment that the bull market is continuing. And, as I've said before, we could see more of a retracement before the Bitcoin halving. And then after April 2024, that is when we're going to see the bulk of the activity. Getting really excited for altcoins to pump. The positive news, guys, fear and greed index is actually up, despite the fact that many altcoins aren't faring too well. Sentiment is up, and it's based on a couple of things. Bitcoin is up, obviously, but as you guys can see, most of the altcoins are in the red. Linda P. Jones tweeting this out. Okay, next thought, quick. Let's outlaw any crypto that has ties to terrorism, money laundering, or any other crimes. Retweeting out this Watcher Guru headline here. U.S. Senator Warren leads lawmakers to push administration on crypto-backed terrorism. So the negative narrative continues, despite the fact that, people are feeling, fairly positive, more positive than they were last week in the crypto market. So Elizabeth Warren led more than 100 lawmakers in demanding top officials share their plans for heading off crypto finance terrorism, of course, in the wake of the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. This is a very hot button issue, and so she feels like, I guess, she can get some traction on this. The bipartisan group of lawmakers from both Senate and the House of Representatives signed a letter dated on Tuesday to National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan and Brian Nelson, Undersecretary for Terrorism and Financial Intelligence at the Department of the Treasury. They cited reports that crypto funds had supported Hamas in the months before its attack on Israel, with the group directly soliciting Bitcoin donations. And if you guys saw the video I did yesterday with that representative, I believe he was an Italian banker, saying, if you only knew how much terrorism financing actually goes through traditional banks, would you stop using banks? Basically, his point was that terrorism is financed in all kinds of methods. And so you can't just stop using the technology just because some terrorists use it to support financing. But, the government is going to use this everything they can to clamp down on cryptos and to regulate the hell out of it. The European Union has also adopted a new rule that has mandated crypto firms to share customer holdings, which will automatically be shared between tax authorities. So you guys can see how this clampdown is continuing into Europe. This one courtesy of Michael Branch here. New data sharing rules will go into effect 20 days after their publication into the official journal. This one reported by Forecast here. The European Union adopted a new law that will mandate cryptocurrency firms to share customer holdings, which will be automatically shared between tax authorities. Here are some of the highlighted points. The directive's scope includes stablecoins, non-fungible tokens, e-money tokens, and crypto asset issued in a decentralized manner. There will be a mandatory automatic exchange between tax authorities of information, which will have to be provided by reporting crypto asset service providers, said the European Council. The tax rule, also known as the 8th Directive on Administrative Cooperation, were first presented to the European Commission on December 8th, 2022. The directive will be published in the official journal, the European Gazette of Legal Facts, and enter into effect on the 20th day of the following publication. And then, guys, there's some more information down here. Ultimately, though, the point that they're trying to make is that, they are taking cryptocurrency gains seriously. Now more than ever, they realize, more people are, I guess, becoming wealthy off cryptocurrency and they want their fair share of the pie. So, whether it is hugely clamping down in the case of Elizabeth Warren and U.S. lawmakers, or, just that, you can trade it, but we are going to make darn sure that you pay your fair share of taxes. And in the case of, some European countries, that could be a lot, means that, they're taking this seriously. They're realizing the bull run is coming around the corner and they want to be prepared. Now, good thing for us. Cryptocurrency regulations, although you should be paying your taxes, guys, pay your taxes. Crypto regs are still a fair ways away. And, some analysts are even saying that even by 2025, we might not actually have them all hammered out, depending on what country you live in, of course. But in the United States, crypto regs still up in the air. And, they're taking their sweet time. But there is positive news. There's new footage of Gary Gensler, guys. He's got about 8 to 10 Bitcoin ETF proposals on his desk. And it seems, at least according to this clip here, it seems like he wants to give them a collective green light. This one courtesy of Timbo here on Twitter. Once all the proposals align, it looks like approval could be just around the corner, probably sooner than a lot of folks anticipate.
Appeal a court ruling from August in the Grayscale case. Grayscale, of course, trying to convert GBTC into a spot ETF. I know you can't comment on ongoing litigation, but should we still be considering that ongoing litigation given that lack of appeal at this point? And if not, what happens next?
Wait, didn't you just say that you knew I wasn't going to comment on the litigation? But let me just say...
But is it still ongoing since you didn't appeal?
We didn't appeal last Friday. I think that's accurate.
So you could still in the future in another form.
But what we have in front of us, just so that the viewing public understands, we have not one, but multiple, I think it's 8 or 10 filings that the staff and ultimately the commission is considering for what's called exchange-traded products, for Bitcoin to be in a security. So the Bitcoin would be held, and then there would be something called an exchange-traded product, and that would trade on various stock exchanges. And those filings are in front of us. I can't prejudge any one of them, but there's 8 or 10 that we're looking at.
It seems as though he's changed his tune a little bit. Instead of clamping down, being hard on the hucksters and fraudsters, Gary Gensler is taking a bit of a lighter approach. Even Mike Novogratz here says the spot Bitcoin ETF will be approved. Guys, this year, 2023, another one courtesy of Michael Branch here on Twitter. Mike Novogratz says a spot Bitcoin ETF will be approved in 2023. He thinks we can get a green light within the next 3 months. Here's a quote. "We think a Bitcoin ETF will be approved this year," said Mike Novogratz in an interview with CNBC just yesterday. Talking to all other people, it just feels like the dialogue with the SEC is heading in the right direction. The billionaire founder of Galaxy Digital, whose investment firm is itself pining for a Bitcoin ETF approval alongside Invesco, argued that the Security and Exchange Commission is under a tremendous amount of pressure to approve the product, especially after its court loss to Grayscale. So let's not forget that. They did lose to Grayscale just recently. Last Friday, the SEC let the deadline pass to appeal its court defeat, in which judges deemed the agency arbitrary and capricious. So guys, this all ties together. The Grayscale narrative, obviously, the SEC's huge defeat by Ripple, not being able to get a security classification on the XRP token. So, this is all playing into the hands of the crypto industry. And again, guys, let's not forget there's a lot of power at the top concentrated. A lot of people hold a lot of Bitcoin who have a lot invested in this. So, to get these ETFs off the ground, I think is going to be very likely. Here's the clip of Mike Novogratz here, courtesy of Squawkbox on Twitter.
Just let's start with this report. Let's start with all of the excitement / hype / I don't know what about the fact that not just BlackRock, but Fidelity and so many others have attempted at least or have applications in to try to get a Bitcoin ETF going. And the question is whether just because they're asking, is it going to be approved?
Yeah, it's going to get approved. We actually think, we're partnered with Invesco on an application. We think it happens this year in 2023. All the indications of dealing seem to be heading in the right direction. And that's, from
what's Mike, though, because I don't want people to, Mike, people are going to say he's talking his book. He owns a lot of Bitcoin. He wants this to happen, obviously. What would you pinpoint and specifically suggest that you're seeing around the approval process that is somehow different today than it was a year ago, than it was 2 or 3 years ago?
The most significant piece was the SEC lost in court. right? The judge had said, "What are you talking about, SEC? You have a futures ETF, and you're saying you can't have a cash ETF. That makes intellectually zero sense." And I think that put the SEC on the back foot. And I think Gensler needs a win. There's a tremendous amount of pressure to do something that is rational. The American public wants this. BlackRock, who's the largest asset manager in the world, is out publicly saying we're going to get this done. And it's, I can't talk specific about conversations our guys are having, and, that's on the Invesco side. But talking to all the other people, it just feels like the dialogue with the SEC is all heading in the right direction.
So Novogratz feels like the dialogue's heading in the right direction. As I stated earlier, too, the SEC has now seen its share of defeat, and they're on their back foot, as Mike Novogratz puts it. So, they have to make the right moves moving forward, and they're under a lot of pressure to do so. So, maybe this is why we're seeing, the change of heart from Gary Gensler, how he's maybe acting a little softer on cryptocurrencies, well, at least the Bitcoin ETF proposals. So, this is all very interesting and all going to play into how the market moves next. Of course, around the world, we're seeing more institutions opening up XRP trading and custody, for example. Guys, this one coming from Macatak XRP, oldest cantonal bank in Switzerland with $20 billion plus in assets, opens XRP trading and custody. And this is the Zuger Cantonal Bank, one of Switzerland's largest investment banks. This development stemmed from a partnership between Zuger and Sygnum Bank, a leading digital assets bank. Notably, Zuger's dabble in crypto makes it the first cantonal bank in Switzerland to launch a crypto offering. A cantonal bank is a commercial bank institution owned by the government. So this is a government-owned bank offering an XRP product. And we know Sygnum Bank, too, I believe, does have a partnership with Ripple. So they also announced a move earlier this month. It went unnoticed, but it was recently spotlighted by prominent XRP community figure, Crypto Eddie. And so she did also post this on Twitter. According to the official announcement, Zuger Cantonal will employ high-grade security measures for its crypto offering, which will encompass 6 different crypto assets, including XRP, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Matic, LTC, which is Litecoin, and Uniswap. The partnership with Sygnum Bank is essential for its offering, as it will enable Zuger to leverage Sygnum's API-powered business-to-business protocol for crypto trading and related services. So, these institutions, these European institutions, are not afraid to offer these products. They're already a few years ahead, though, in terms of regulation. It is good to see that XRP adoption sprouting, though, in other regions of the world. So I wanted to thank Macatak for posting that. XRP Crypto Wolf also noticing this. XRP Perpetual Futures will be listed on Coinbase, guys. This is the big news we got yesterday. And so the question remains, is it only futures that Coinbase is adding, or is there something else on the list? Well, let's take a look. XRP Futures trading to expand outside the US through this new listing. In an exciting announcement, the top US crypto exchange Coinbase announced the arrival of Perpetual Futures, Coinbase advanced customers in eligible non-US jurisdictions. So, taking a page out of the cantonal bank in Switzerland, offering this to non-US customers at least as of now, but considering they can offer this as a trading product for investors worldwide, they're doing it. So now traders can trade perpetual contracts, including XRP, guys. And Coinbase just released this announcement yesterday. That's why we're enabling Coinbase advanced customers in eligible non-US geo regions to trade perpetual future contracts from Coinbase International Exchange. Perpetual futures are powered by Coinbase Bermuda Limited. So that's how they get around that, which is regulated by the Bermuda Monetary Authority, and the Coinbase International Exchange follows the robust regulatory framework established by the BMA. As stated in an official blog post, Coinbase customers in eligible non-US jurisdictions can begin trading perpetual futures on Coinbase Advanced, the crypto exchange's platform for sophisticated retail traders. And guys, here are the types of perpetual futures contracts available: XRP, BTC, ETH, and LTC. These contracts initially offer up to 5x leverage, while XRP offers up to 3x leverage, so not as much. But, in terms of being able to trade futures contracts on Coinbase, if you are a non-US resident, and I'm sure that does not even extend to all jurisdictions, probably only the ones where it is fully regulated, that certainly means something. Here we have Santiago Velez here. Interesting. Coinbase XRP Perpetual Futures. So linear perpetual. So it's going to be USD settled, expiration perpetual, no expiration date, underlying market XRP to USD. The trading hours here, 7 days a week, of course, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. Maximum leverage 5x, but that is not for XRP. I believe, as per that article, unless they got their information wrong, we're only seeing 3x leverage. And XRP Productions with a cheeky edit, XRP Perpetual Buyback? Come on. Would you believe it? I almost believed it until I saw who was posting this. Coinbase is on the list as Cowboy Crypto. Am I on the list too? Asks XRP Productions. The XRPP buyback, my price is far too high for them. So no, guys, if you happen to see this on Twitter too, there is no XRP perpetual buyback. This, of course, is just satire. This is the official announcement here. Linda P. Jones also commenting on this. Coinbase approving perpetual futures contracts for trading XRP means three things, guys. And I think these specific reasons are why we really should get excited as XRP holders. XRP is very bullish, okay? First of all, let's just think about all the news we've been getting over the last several months. Accounts, XRP wallets, the number of wallets increasing. Think of how many wallets hold over a certain amount of XRP now. That number has also been increasing. And I've been doing videos over the last, let's say 2 months, talking about those numbers and how they've been increasing. Like, for example, 100,000 to 1 million XRP, the wallets that hold that amount, that has gone up significantly since we saw the price of XRP rise back in July. So obviously, the SEC verdict, the fact that XRP is considered not a security now in the United States, even for non-US residents, this has given investors the impetus to invest in XRP, and I'm sure they're very happy now that the price is at 48 cents. So what does Linda say? XRP very bullish. If XRP's price was not going to fluctuate or change a lot, no one would be interested in trading it. So also think about that, guys. Futures contracts are predicated on what the price will be in the future. And so, if we're going to see an XRP just vacillate between 46 and 48 cents, let's say, do this kind of a thing, well, that's not going to be very profitable for futures trading. So what she's saying here is they're expecting the price to fluctuate a lot, guys, and high volatility means large price swings, which means opportunities to make more money. This is why I love crypto, compared to traditional stock markets, because the volatility is there. So you can make money a lot easier and in some cases a lot quicker than traditional markets. So the fluctuation or change is a lot. No one would be interested in trading it. Futures contracts allow for maximum leverage and can lead to outsized profits or losses. Of course, you got to put in that caveat there, profits or losses, of course. Number two, though, Wall Street firms, mostly hedge funds, are the firms who trade futures contracts. This is about institutional money coming into trade. It is not about retail investors. So think of it. Regulation is coming. I mean, in Europe, they want to clamp down on the retail traders, but because regulation is coming, because we're seeing, a lot of signs suggesting that more regulation is coming to the space with, even with just Bitcoin ETFs, right? That's going to give the impetus to institutional traders to invest more. So obviously, if Coinbase is offering this kind of service, they really do want to target the big money, the institutional money. So if tons of money comes into this platform, obviously that's also going to mean more opportunity for those cryptos traded, i.e. XRP, to move a lot, to fluctuate a lot in price. This is about institutional money coming into the trade. It is not about retail investors. This is bullish for XRP because it means that the large wave of institutional money is close to coming in and they want to trade on the volatility. Number three, guys, the fact that Coinbase is secretive about the countries approved to trade these contracts mean it may be Bermuda, the Cayman Islands, etc., which are the jurisdictions for hedge funds and other offshore funds. So again, the big money, those who want their money protected in an offshore account. Why the secret, she asks? Because the truth is too telling. And Lewis Edward down here, asking, and I get it. I get people are skeptical, especially when we've been in this down market and waiting for quite a while. Linda, let's be real. We have been waiting for years. Are we being duped? Linda P. Jones answering, no. The timing is controlled, in my opinion. It is not just another crypto. So here we are. Cosmic Dust Bunny saying, you're so right, Linda. Love your videos. Danny Dark, though, putting some doubt in this assumption. This assumption of futures being automatically bullish is mistaken. What is correct is that this is not about retail at all. It's more likely they'll use futures contracts to drive XRP price down into oblivion, and then the JP Morgan strategy. So a pessimistic view on that. I mean, I don't really know how price is going to react, but the fact that there's going to be institutional money coming in means more demand. But guys, all the other signs pointing to more accounts being created. And not only that, the accounts that hold large quantities of XRP, anywhere between 100,000 and 1 million XRP, those are growing too. So will these perpetual futures contracts create that volatility to boost XRP price? Well, guys, I guess time will tell. That's just my opinion, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.